How we doing, everybody? Jeezy, welcome in. Odin with the first, Amphi, Colon, and Wampy, and Aiko Yori. Hello, everybody. I got permabanned from Doug's chat. Are you proud of me? Sure. I got completionist. Congrats, Odin. That's sick. New Zealander, welcome in. How's everybody doing tonight on this fine Thursday evening? Luna with the 1 biddy. Lurking, just got out of work. 5 to 11 turned into a 4:30 to midnight. Don't ask how, and I'm listening to this in the car podcast style. Don't say any unhinged shit. Also, low-key have some Wawa mac and cheese because I'm hungry as fuck. Anyway, be back in like 15 minutes. Interesting. I played Replanted. What's the consensus? Travis with the follow. Welcome in. What's the consensus on Replanted? I've heard it's okay, but I'm still going to abstain from buying it for moral reasons, essentially. People don't like it. I'm sure it plays fine, and I'm sure it looks good since it's in like 4K or whatever, but I'm just going to steer clear of it. Essentially for the same reason that I'm steering clear of Roblox right now. Just because the way they're handling things is not good. I think it's not too bad, but I found plenty of visual glitches. That sounds about right. That sounds almost exactly like what I was imagining. I think within the right hands, it is salvageable. I mean, yeah, absolutely. But even so, I don't know. Not a fan of EA's practice with it. I know it's also like a PopCap problem for selling out, but they didn't. I mean, they didn't invite any of like the OG people to work on it. It's shipped with like a metric ass ton of bugs, which, like, how the fuck do you make Plants vs. Zombies, a game which has been out for almost my entire life? Like, how do you screw that up? I don't know, man. They're just handling it so badly. All the promo material, the animated trailer was cool. All of the other promo material, you could tell that they slapped it together in like a day's time and just did not care about the didn't care about the quality of it whatsoever. Like, watch the dev diary for the game, and that should say everything. That should tell you everything you need to know about the game. There's so many things in the dev diary that should just have not been included in a final cut for promotional material that just snaked their way in there. There's so many just like stupid things in the video. Horrible. It plays the intense music. I heard about that on it was either a Steam review or a Reddit post that I read. I heard that it just constantly plays. I heard that there's no like dynamic music, and I also heard that the intense music, when like either a new wave or a final wave comes up, plays like 24/7. No Steam remote play. I saw that too, which I feel like defeats the entire purpose of even buying it on Steam. Because a big part of the game is like, hey, there's local co-op, but like, who the fuck plays local co-op on a PC in 2025? Literally probably like 0 people. William Wallace killed 50 men, 50. Jeezy with the 50 stream streak. Is that the biggest streak in chat? That's got to be the biggest streak in chat. Which game? We're talking about the Plants vs. Zombies remaster. I don't know. It has mixed reviews on Steam. I feel like that's an indicator for how good it is. I think that's a good indicator for the game's quality. Pretty much anything that has mixed reviews on Steam is just ass. I don't know. I mean, if you like Plants vs. Zombies, you're probably going to like it, but just the way they handled it was so bad that I'm just not going to even interact with it. Anyway, we're gold streaking today. I've been brain dead for the entire day. Didn't work on the video script whatsoever. Essentially just sat at my desk and played video games all day. which I will not be doing tomorrow. I'm gonna record a video to post to YouTube tomorrow so that I'm at least productive in some way, shape, or form. Because today was terrible. I just sat and rotted the entire day. But we're back, and we're gold streaking. We have 5 decks to get through in the Redeem This Deck queue. We have Black, Abandoned, Zodiac, Black, Magic in the Redeem a Deck queue. If you want to redeem a deck for me to try and streak with, it is a 5,000 channel point redeem. 5 decks in that queue. Probably it won't take too long. Abandon's a good deck. Magic is a good deck. Zodiac is like somewhere in the middle, and then our 2 black attempts will probably be like 5 minutes apiece, considering how our black deck runs have been going. Gotta switch for 3 unless you want to wait if he shows up. Oh, I completely forgot about that. Yeah, thanks for reminding me. I'm just gonna switch it right away. If they pull up, they'll see that they got switched. Even PvZ2 was great for a while. I played the shit out of it in middle school before I moved on to Balloons and Hearthstone. I mean, hot take, PvZ2 is like still playable. I beat the entire game without like any of the microtransaction bullshit. I feel like people complain about the difficulty, and like, yeah, there are some areas in the game where there's like a bit of artificial difficulty, but like I still think PvZ2 is fine. Plants vs. Zombies Heroes is like debatably the most underrated mobile game of all time. They just like that game is just Clash Royale with how many microtransactions are in it, unfortunately, because that's like, that game is what turned me on to like competitive card games when I was younger. I played the fuck out of Plants vs. Zombies Heroes when I was in middle school, and that shit slapped. It just had an actual mountain of microtransactions associated with it, which was really annoying. Pachocho with the yellow deck redeem. I will add that to the queue. I almost just fell out of my chair, I ain't gonna lie. Grabbing my pencil. I just have these all written on a notebook, by the way. I don't know if I've ever shown this. This is the entire Redeem a Deck queue thus far. It's just on, like, some random notebook that I probably had in high school. It's good without the microtransactions. I agree. It's a very fun card game. They also, okay, the other problem with it, I think I would also not have as many problems with it, because I play Clash Royale, and I like Clash Royale. I think Clash Royale is also, like, indisputably a terribly handled game, but I like the mechanics of Clash Royale, and I like all of the different archetypes in Clash Royale, so I play a lot of Clash Royale. Clash Royale has microtransactions out the ass, but they at least update it. I would argue badly. I would argue Clash Royale is handled badly. But they at least, like, do something with it. Plants vs. Zombies Heroes was kept current for, like, 2 years, 3 years tops, and then they just completely chucked it in the bin and, like, never did anything with it ever again. Aside from, like, for literally no reason, they updated it, like, I think it was just a handful of months ago. And when I saw that, I was like, what? Hello? But yeah, I don't know. Regardless, I think you should just play Reflourished if you play PvZ2. I mean, that's honestly fair. I haven't looked at any of the mods for any of the Plants vs. Zombies games, but from what I've heard, there are a lot of great mods for the games, which like makes sense intuitively because they've been out for like 10 years straight. But I digress. Don't the redeems stay in the queue if you just don't click confirm, and then you can just confirm them as you play the decks? The redeem queue is kind of unintuitive to get to, which is why I don't do that. Otherwise, that is, I would say, probably a better way of handling it, but the redeem queue being in a separate window. I already have a ton of windows on my alt monitor for seeing YouTube chat and Twitch chat and etc. and so on, and like OBS. And I just don't want another one. I think BVZ could be a good variety stream game. Trust, it's gaining traction recently. Maybe. The mods should also be able to see the redeem queue. That's fair. Also, I need more mods in here because, especially recently, we've been having hella streams where the mods just don't pull up. I was thinking about this earlier today. I think there's a handful of people that could be given mod. You do need more mods? Yeah. I mean, like, every time I look at the mod list, I'm like, bro, I don't need more mods. I don't need more mods, but then, like, literally none of them pull up. I don't know. Can you start doing a prediction at the start of stream that's an over-under for when you start a run? I feel like that's... genuinely, I think that's a funny concept, but I think that's something that's rug pulled far too easily, so I think I'm just not going to do that. If my mods maybe want to do it, I think that'd be funny, but I don't know. 10K from VIP chat? Huge. Huge. Anyway. Who might those be? Are we talking about mods? For people that are in here all the time, well, Jeezy, obviously, because they literally just put a 50 stream streak in chat. Probably Amphi as well. Probably Cheese. I don't know if Cheese actually wants it, but probably Cheese. Who else has been pulling up? That's like off the top of my head, pretty much it. I'm going to add 5 million decks to my mod so that it takes 5 years to 100%. I'll do it in 10 seconds. Just kidding. Definitely not. Do not make me a mod. I wasn't planning on it, Donnie. I wasn't planning on it. But thank you for your permission to not make you a mod. I appreciate you. Oh, chat, I made my first irresponsible purchase in, like, genuine years today. I've been so good. I just, like, don't spend money. Because, like, the only bills that I have to pay are rent, and I am paying rent on a streamer's salary. So I don't spend, like, any money, and it's less so out of necessity and more so, like, I should be saving because, like, I don't have any bills outside of rent. So, like, what the fuck do I need to spend on? I also just, like, don't leave my house. So, like, you know, I just don't spend anything. But I made my first irresponsible purchase probably since high school today. I bought CoffeeZilla merch. CoffeeZilla, if you don't know who they are, check them out. But they do, like, they're essentially a YouTube journalist who cover, like, crypto pump and dump shit. And they had some merch drop a couple of months ago that I wanted to buy, but I was like, no, I need to hold out. And today they released a video that was like, that merch is back for 24 hours. And I was like, well, shit. Guess I'm buying that. Because I need shirts anyway. I get annoyed with myself because you can literally see this in real time if you, like, pay attention to it. Not that you would, because none of you are all that parasocial. But I literally wear the same, like, 8 shirts ever. I was gonna say on stream, but I wear the same shirts on stream that I do just in general. So I wear the same, like, 8 shirts ever. So I've been trying to get more shirts just because, like, that kind of pisses me off. And it probably shouldn't, but, like, I don't know. People do notice that, I'm sure. I notice it and it makes me mad. And I think that's a really stupid thing for me to get mad at. But, like, I want more shirts. So I ordered 2 CoffeeZilla shirts. And they were, in the grand scheme of graphic tees, which is what I wear, they were actually, like, very reasonably priced, which shocked me because it was YouTube merch. Shocked me, smash like. But it actually wasn't too bad. Anyway. I noticed the Elden Ring one because I like Elden Ring. Bro, I bought that at Hot Topic with my girlfriend along with an Iron Maiden shirt. I forgot which album already. Fuck, I forgot the album name. I know the album. What's the name? It's the one with the pyramid on the cover. It's 2 Minutes to Midnight. Power Slave. Aces High. Yeah. I bought a Power Slave shirt and an Elden Ring shirt, and I haven't played a singular second of Elden Ring, but I played Dark Souls Remastered in its entirety, and I have Elden Ring in my library. As soon as I get through Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3, I plan on playing Elden Ring, so you can't give me shit for wearing the shirt, even though you absolutely can because that's cope, but I don't care. It was a cool shirt. It's a franchise I'm interested in. Fuck you if you don't want me wearing the shirt. I don't care. Anyway. When are you playing Pal World? Probably never. I think I would play Pokemon on stream before I played Pal World. Just because I used to play Pokemon on stream, and I feel like a lot more people know Pokemon, and there's also some pretty fire fan games with Pokemon. That's pretty much all that I play with Pokemon. When are you nuzlocking? Run and Bun? Yo, that's ball knowledge. That's ball knowledge. I made it home and also volunteered to be a mod at some point. Yo, Loki, Luna, you were somebody that I was thinking about making mod. I don't know why your name didn't pop into my head when I was listing possible mod candidates like 10 minutes ago. But you were somebody that I was thinking about like literally earlier today. Snails was also somebody that eluded me before they just popped into chat. Because they've been pulling up to a lot of the streams as of recent. Imagine being a mod. Hey, I'll make you one with that attitude. Welcome in, all in vain. Snails with a 5-stream streak. Imagine being a VIP. Yeah, actually, loser. I'm just kidding. Wait. Especially for mobile users. Especially for mobile users. Like on PC, hot take on PC, mod view is not that bad. Bro, for mobile users, that's a punishment worse than death. I feel like there ought to be a lot of overlap between Nuzlocke enjoyers and roguelite enjoyers. A Nuzlocke is basically a roguelite deck builder. I would agree, but I think that's a hot take. And not because it's a bad take, but because I would assume that like 10% of people who watch Nuzlocke content actually make that connection. Mod view is so ass if you only have one monitor, and I still have a life, so I only have one. Okay, as much as, like, I don't know if that statement is true, you do watch me, like, daily at 11 p.m. American Central Time, so, like, I don't know if that's actually true. But, I mean, you do have one monitor, so, like, we'll see. Would I be a decent mod choice? Odin, I appreciate you being in chat, and, like, I'm not dissing you whatsoever, but you've pulled up to, like, 2 streams in the past month. I'm gonna just keep it a stack. My mods are people who I want to be in here, like, routinely, because otherwise, like, what's the fucking point of what would be the point of modding not just you, but like anybody who pops in for like 25% of streams? Like, what's even the point? Because then like a month down the road, when that 25% turns into like 4%, then I'm gonna have the exact same issue, and then I'm gonna need new mods, right? Like at Focus Shock 2. Yeah, exactly. See, that bit came and went within like a week. Probably that bit died over the weekend. Probably I took my Sunday off, and the next Monday, Focus Shock 2 was just like non-existent. And now that I'm saying all this, it's gonna get revived, but like, y'all catch my drift. I would trust Focus Shock 2, ban all in vain, and then whitelist them again, and then ban them again. I'll think about it, mod. It's going to be a busy November/December, so it's hard to commit, but enjoy the content. Like, okay, also for the people who I mentioned for mods, I don't actually expect you to do anything, because it's not like I'm fucking like paying you guys to do shit. So like, if I give you a mod badge and you just sit there with it and do nothing, I'm gonna occasionally like poke fun at you, but at the end of the day, I don't care. And second off, if you don't want mod, just like say so. I'm just calling out people that I see in here a lot. Like, I'm not gonna force a mod badge on anybody, obviously. So if you don't want it, or if you don't think you're gonna be in here enough to like justify it or what have you, just be like, hey bro, nah. I've always wanted a sword. That's facts. I'd trust him too. What's up, Focus Shock 2? I kind of just want mod to compete with Unknown. Unknown doesn't have mod in this server, which I think is kind of, or in this channel, which I think is kind of funny. Unknown also pops in like not that often, I feel like. What's up, short stuff? Not short. What's up, hand? Can I have Schmeckle's mod badge? No. What the fuck? I'm not getting my $15 $15.49 an hour minimum wage scam? Where the fuck do you live where it's $15.49? That's got to be like New Jersey. NJ. Ball knowledge. Literally ball knowledge. 5'11" is short, ban hand. I'm just kidding. Kind of. Dude, that's actually crazy that New Jersey minimum wage. I mean, New Jersey is probably a lot more expensive to live than most states, but I'm pretty sure that's double my state's minimum wage. I think it might be more than double. Just barely, but I think it might be more than double. He still has mod on like 5 other Balatro channels. Are we talking about Unknown? Unknown has mod on like, I feel like every Balatro channel that is not either Doc or Raffle. I earn $15 in a week. $15.49 an hour to pump people's gas, just New Jersey things, true. How high is the cost of living if minimum wage is $30? That's hell. I was saying the other way around. Like New Jersey's being $15.49 is like double what mine is. Other way around. I'm pretty sure the Wisco's minimum wage is $7.25. Granted, I think that stat is from when I was first getting a job, which was in like 2019. The minimum wage in Wisconsin is $7.25 per hour. Well, good to know that it hasn't changed in like 6 years. Good shit. Federal minimum wage is like $7.25. Yep, that's what it is here. Yep. Which, like, bro, $7.25 is ass. Minimum wage in Dubai got to be like $50 except for the slaves. That's crazy. I don't think minimum wage not changing is good. Yeah, I was being facetious. I don't think so either. I worked at McDonald's before COVID for $9.50, and after I left, it went up after COVID to $15. I got scammed. Okay, granted, also on the topic of minimum wage, granted, minimum wage for my state is $7.25. To be fair, it hasn't gone up at all. It hasn't gone up at all. I know of 0 businesses off the top of my head in my local town that have $7.25 wage, like starting wage. I know of precisely 0 businesses off the top of my head that actually pay minimum wage. Is 25 minutes a good spot to put the over under? I mean, again, I'm just gonna leave it up to mods. Shock, I got unbanned from Raren's channel. That's good. Is Nebula deck the worst deck to gold stake besides black deck? I would say no. I would say Plasma is. How long into streaming did you crack minimum wage? I'm gonna keep it a stack. I probably still haven't. But I just don't do anything, so, like, it's fine. My rent is low because I live with my mother, because I am literally 19. So, like, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I probably still have not, but I'm at a point where I can still pay my way, so I don't care. Mr. Shot, can I wage on your minimums? I don't know what that means. Hand with the 3-stream streak. Damn, you look 30. That's crazy. You need, like, 400 subs a month to make an actual living? Yeah, pretty much. How much does a Prime sub even give you? I'm pretty sure the average... You're like a 1/7 of the way there. 100 biddies. Appreciate you, Luna. You are 19. Yes, Genie, I'm 19. I'm pretty sure on average I make like just under $3 from a sub. I could be mistaken. I can tell you right now. Let's go subs. Nope, that's not where it is. Let's go analytics. That's going to give me much better info. So yesterday, if we're taking yesterday's stream into account, I believe we had 2 Prime subs yesterday, and I made $4.50. It looks like I make $2.25 from Primes and $2.94 for just standard subs. which I genuinely don't know why Prime subs are valued less, but that's interesting. Have they changed the rates versus partners? Like, I think partners used to get more of the Prime subscription than an affiliate. I think partners just get higher rev share in general, right? I also think that's a, like, how the phrasing for this is eluding me. I think that is an old, like, rule set, so to speak. I want to say that partners no longer have higher rev shares. I could be mistaken. It's 50-50 right now, but if you have higher average sub, you can apply to get 70-30. Got it. Okay. Interesting. That's what I was wondering. It's been about 10 years since I was looking at it. Yeah. I know they used to. I think they... Didn't they change it to 60-40? It's called Partner Plus or something. Didn't they change it to 60-40? And then, like, people freaked out about it? Maybe it got reverted? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Anyway, let's start gold streaking, huh? I'm nearly a decade older and not doing anything amazing. Hey, you're watching my stream. That's not true. You're doing something incredible. You're watching my stream. What are you on about? What shock is streaking on stream? That's right. As I normally do. All right, anyway, first up on the chopping block is Black Deck. Gotta love it. Gotta love the viewer redeemed decks, just 90% of them being Black Deck. It's actually closer to 50%, but oh well. I'm putting Focus Shock Watcher on my resume. Dude, you can. That's a little known hack for the job economy right now. This is not made up. This is actually true. You can like Google it, and Google will tell you if you put Focus Shock Watcher on your resume, you are 19% more likely to get the job. And that's an additive 19%. That's not like a 19% on top of like the essentially 1% chance that you have in today's job economy. So I would say spread the streams around, buddy. If you normally do, I might have to watch more streams. Cheese with the yellow deck and the red deck redemption. I got y'all with both of those. It's 60-40 if you're level 1 and 70-30 if you're level 2, or 50-50 if you're a scrub. Got it. Okay, bro, stop money spreading. As an artist, I'm already below 1%. 19 is a highball game. That's what I'm saying. Just put me on your resume, bruh. I think they would have banned from ever applying if I put that Focus Shock Watcher. No. Try it. Try it. I'm serious. It's factual. It's factually approved. It is approved by the leading scientists in the nation. I do OnlyFans. Would that apply to me? I guess. What if my whole resume was just Focus Shock Watcher? Debatably, that gets you a higher chance. I don't need to try it. I already have a shitty job. That's fair. Hot Pot Gold Steak. We could do Hot Pot Gold Steak later in the week, maybe. Maybe. I was also thinking, chat, would y'all be interested in cocktail deck streaks? I feel like that would maybe be kind of funny. I don't know, though. Do we have any scientists anymore? Honestly, probably not. Well, we do. I think it's just... I think the issue is we do have scientists. I think the public just doesn't listen to them, because everybody thinks that they know better. Maybe, but would also probably be easy. That's what I was like. That was my worry. I feel like cocktail deck streaks would be easier than average. No funding. That's also probably true, but that's also probably a byproduct of what I said. We don't need to listen to no damn scientists. We already know better than them. What's that? Their research? Nah, just cut their funding. We ain't need to listen to them anyway. You should play Balatro. You know, I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about it. How many scientists are watching Focus Shock? Those are the only scientists I can trust. True. True. Cocktail streaking sounds fun. I think it'd be fun, but I think it'd be easy. I don't know. Easier than average. Still not easy, because Gold Stake is not easy, but y'all catch my drift. This UI is different. Do you add a mod? Yes, this is called Galder. Spelled like Baldur's Gate 3, but with a G. Very nice deck UI mod. I'm a scientist. Cheese, I would believe that. This man hasn't started playing yet. Yep, and I'm going to continue to yap. Every chat, little known fact about the channel. For every comment that I see that says, man, this guy yaps a lot. He hasn't even started the game yet, and we're 30 minutes into stream, plus 5 minutes of yap sesh. Not actually, but it would be funny, and it would be based. Anyway, let's go Black Deck Gold Stake. Man, this guy yaps a lot. Anyway, just kidding. My buttons are switched. Do you have any other cool UI mods? Joker display, if you don't already have it. Joker display is fantastic. Once we get a Joker in my lineup, you'll see what that does. If you want cosmetic mods, we have the Glumbus mod made by our own Colon3ing in Twitch chat. The most popular cosmetic mod in the land. Don't fact check that, by the way. W, yeah, chat, give me some W's for that. Outside of that, I think those are the only two like actual UI mods that I use are Joker Display and Galder. They're both right here if you want to Google them. They're pretty popular, so they should show up. I believe they are also both on the mod manager. I don't know that for a fact because I don't use the mod manager, but if I had to guess, they probably would be. Okay, does this win? This absolutely wins, right? Slay the Jokers, that's UI, I guess. It's UI, but it's not UI that's accessible to the average Balatro player, right? Like the average Balatro player is not going to give a single shit about Slay the Jokers, right? There we go. How can I make mods if anyone can enlighten me? Probably the best person to talk to would be Colon3ing in the Discord. Other than that, there's like a decent amount of modders in our community, but Colon3ing is the person that has made the most mods that I use. You do like a thing. That's crazy. The Joker overlay mod is so good, I think it should be normal. That would be so sick. And Aiko Yori, true. Streamer, you didn't forget to swap yesterday, right? Yeah, we swapped at the beginning of stream. Somebody reminded me in chat. I believe Jeezy reminded me in chat. Okay, first shop, Black Deck. We have the maximum available cash out, which is pretty nice. The Swash is good specifically on the Black Deck because we have the extra Joker slot, but it only counts other owned Jokers for Molt, so this is a +0 if we take it. It's a perishable Swash as well, so by the time that this actually becomes like useful to us, it's probably dead. So Swash is like never the play. We have a Rental Steven. This acts as like a quasi-consumable. Assuming we take this and then like sell it so that we dodge paying rent on it, this acts as like a quasi-consumable card where we just buy it, use it once, it increases our score, sell it, we don't pay rent, we break even on it, but then we don't have a Joker in our slots. Probably we could get away with paying the rent on it. On Black Deck though, it's so annoying. On any other deck where you have the 4 hands, here's my thing with rentals in the early game. On any other deck where you have the 4 hands, literally any other deck in this entire game, I can justify rentals as first picks, like even if you don't have econ Jokers, because the logic is, okay, you're paying $3 for a rental fee, which is ass, but if the Joker allows you to win in one hand, then your leftover 3 hands, assuming that you win in one and aren't using like a hand as a discard or something, your leftover hands are paying the rental fee, and then you're still profiting whatever the blind reward is. So on any other deck, I can justify rentals as first picks. Rentals as first picks on the Black Deck specifically just feel so ass. Like, they can work. I've gotten them to work in the past, specifically Rental Riffraff. I think Riffraff in literally any state is an auto take on Black Deck, even if it's Eternal Rental, which is like the worst state that it can be in. I think you should still take Riffraff just because Riffraff is that polarizing for getting your early game on board. But like, dude, just every rental is so bad for Black Deck early game. I think we rip the Buffoon pack. If the Buffoon pack doesn't yield stickerless plus molt, then probably we just take the Steven. I mean, what's our opportunity cost? If we pay the rent with the Steven, then we save slightly less money. Because if we rip this Buffoon pack, we're taking the Steven anyway, just to get us through the big blind, right? And we're probably paying rent on it so that we don't get scammed in the next shop. So, I mean, the Buffoon pack is a gamble. The glutinous being perishable, it kind of sucks, but realistically, this falls off by the time that it perishes anyway, so, like, this is not bad. We'll take it. And now we have the one-hand win, and we can dodge paying rent. No value in the deck, so there's no point to discard any further. This flush wins. Playing Black Deck is like being the prison bitch. You never rest. You have you never rest. You have moments of not being super fucked. That's so true, man. It's EP time for me. Good night. Good night, Genie. Appreciate you popping in. Many thanks. Is C+ all decks gold stake? Yeah, C+ is all decks on the gold stake, and then C++ is all jokers on the gold stake. Love your daily random joker pulls. Appreciate you, Slim, in YouTube chat. Many thanks. What else have I missed? A lot of modding talk. Anyway. God, I hate ads. I wonder if there was anything you could do to stop that. Based chatter? Okay, we get $6. I mean, probably I just take both of these, honestly. The Faceless Joker with 3 hands, 2 discards is a lot less likely to pop off, and since we're paying rent on it, if we don't get Faceless Joker value, realistically, I'm just selling it. If we get 1 Faceless hit, then it pays for itself, and I'm fine with keeping it on board. We can take it here anyway. The Golden Joker doesn't really add to our score, and it's an Eternal, so we can't get rid of it, but the Golden Joker is just so much money on the Black Deck, and that makes life so much easier. C+ is a test of skill. C++ is a test of endurance. Yeah, that's pretty... I feel like that's pretty reasonable. That's a reasonable take. I think we always take the Golden Joker here. I think with it being Eternal, a lot of the time on the Black Deck, you can still afford to have just like a dog shit card. Maybe like not a dog shit card, because Golden Joker is not a dog shit card by any means. But a lot of the times on any deck, you can afford to have like 1 Eternal that doesn't really do much for your endgame build. And I think Black Deck is relatively the same way, where we can take this, it does its thing in the early game. Probably by the late game, we care less about it. Ideally, by the late game, we care less about it, because that means we're making a lot of money. And that's, like, fine. Anyway, Luna with the tier 1 to Odin. Appreciate you. Many thanks for that gift sub. No more ads? Hell yeah. Faceless Joker, we always take. Faceless Joker, we always take, yeah. Who sent it to me? I can't tell. Luna sent it to you. What the fuck is he yapping? I normally yap. Black Deck, you can afford 2 early Eternals. It depends on what the Eternal is. I don't know. Play the game. Ban hand. I'm just kidding. Kind of. They're a believer, so don't ban them. But, like, maybe laugh at them in the public square. Funnily enough, in Black Deck, you tend to grab a shitty Joker, making the extra Joker slot not great. The problem is less so that you're taking shite Jokers in this Joker slot doesn't matter. The problem with Black Deck is more so you don't have the econ to survive the early game. So a lot of the times the Joker slot, much less it's much less that you're taking a crappy Joker and much more that you're taking nothing because you just die. And then it ends up not mattering. I mean, it doesn't matter all the same. Like, Black Deck is just such a win more deck. Like, you have to play perfectly. Half the time is literally just forgetting you have an extra slot. Okay, that's facts as well. That's more so a multiplayer thing, because in Gold Stake, it's pretty important that you don't forget that slot. But in multiplayer, dude, I do that shit all the time. I like Faceless here. We're taking Faceless no matter what. Worst case scenario, I think... What is with all the late hype trains? That's so weird. Anyway, appreciate y'all for the hype train. I got the Focus Shock Rewind. That's huge. So what I was going to say about Faceless, we are getting Faceless Joker value here. I think with 3 hands, 2 discards, maybe this is less true with the Glutinous Joker. I think a lot of the times on Black deck, you get punished for trying to get Faceless Joker value, because on other decks, you have, like, all of the extra hands so that you can not only afford to, like, ship just crappy hands to save your discards for Faceless Joker value. But like also you get to see more cards, and that makes Faceless Joker more inherently valuable. I think Black deck a lot of the times, unless you get a top deck like this, we're looking for the clubs flush no matter what to score out. So it just so happened that we have a Faceless Joker discard that's good here that we didn't need to like greed for. I think oftentimes, like if I was to like play, I mean, this is a bad example of what I'm talking about, but essentially, like, if you're ever, unless you're, like, top decking Faceless Joker, I feel like you're not getting value out of it on the Black deck. Unless you're, like, Giga winning and you just have, like, maybe a Riff Raff run. If you're trying to greed for Faceless Joker value, I feel like you are exponentially more likely to get punished on the Black deck. I think here it's fine. We're keeping a face and we're cycling all of our non-clubs anyway. Like, here on any other deck, I would probably cycle the Faceless Joker 4 here. And in fact, I might still do it on the Black deck, but like you're so much more likely to get punished for doing this on the Black deck because you could see less of your deck, right? I think this is less of an example of what I'm talking about, because like we have 2 hands. We have essentially a hand and a discard before we're forced to play here. The odds that we don't draw one of our 8 clubs even when we cycle this is like astronomically low, but like y'all catch my drift. Y'all catch my drift. Hi, how's it going? I'm going to be lurking, probably addicted to Super Auto Pets. Why is everybody in the Balatro multiplayer community going through a Super Auto Pets phase? That's so weird. Anyway, Unknown, appreciate you. Welcome in. Big brain if you get it? What do you mean big brain if you get it? I mean, like, it's nice if you get it, but I feel like greeding for it is just ass. I think we always greed for it right here, though, because, like, I mean, like I said, the odds that we miss the flush are like very not in our favor. And then since we got $10 of value off of the Faceless Joker, we're losing $4 of value because we're losing 3 from the rental and 1 from the interest cap. But like that's still a fine reason to keep Faceless Joker aboard. I think as soon as Faceless Joker like doesn't pay for itself, we just kill him immediately. 45 minutes into stream and we made it past ante 1 of first run. Bro, that's literally just average Focus Shock stream. I don't know why people point this out. I'm going to be playing Slop versus Zombies. Hype. Faceless has cost some runs, but being able to dance with it will carry runs. I mean, it's exactly that. It's exactly that. Boss says diamonds. The Buffoon tag? If we weren't in our particular situation, would be very nice on the Black deck. Buffoon tag, I think, on the Black deck, because you're not making, like, any money from leftover hands on the Black deck specifically. I think the Buffoon tag is, like, something that I personally would always skip small blind ante 2 for if I was below interest cap. I think if you're making any money off of interest, then it's kind of throwing, or if you have any value in the deck, like gold cards or whatever that you can look for, then it's throwing, because seeing a shop is always just inherently powerful. But I think if you're not making money, or if you have like a rental and you're losing money on the small blind, I think Buffoon tag on Black deck is just like an always take. I might be on the crack pipe with that because like skipping bad and the shop is cool, but like sometimes it's less so. Like this shop, I don't really want to buy anything because nothing jumps out to me, but sometimes on the Black deck it's less so you don't want to buy anything and more that you can't, right? And in situations like that, then the Buffoon tag is fire. Excuse me. I think Faceless works best as a win more Joker, like if you have rebate on face cards or it's a purple seal, it is awesome. I mean, Faceless is still disgusting, but still. Is the focus spreadsheet up to date? It might be missing last stream stats. Not last stream as in yesterday, but last time we did gold stake. No, it is not missing last stream's stats, so it is up to date. I think, is total win-loss up to date? Total win-loss is not up to date. I'll fix that right now, and then it'll be up to date. Total games, we are 50 and 66. Yeah, 66. There we go. At Focushock, when are you updating your follower goal? Oh, I haven't done that, have I? Shit. No, I do need to do that. That's a good shout. That's a good shout. Start new goal. Let's do... Chat, what's a reasonable follow goal? Should we do, like, 1,100 because it makes intuitive sense? Or should we do, like, 1,250 because it's more ambitious? 1,027. We're at 1,029. 5 million? 1,067. Brother. I'm doing 1,100. God, chat. You guys are not helpful. Ban Amphi? That's crazy. Slay the Jokers is finally able to work for me. I haven't tried it on the new PC till now. Huge. Welcome in, Junior. Okay, anyway, let me lock in for a segundo here. What are we doing? Glutinous lasts us throughout the blind. Did Luna just refollow? That's crazy. I can't... Bro. The goal started successfully text is so annoying. Layout 1 updated. This shit's not gonna leave either. Brother. Cheese with the refollow. That's crazy. What will you do for this follower goal? I will play the video game Balatro. I'm doing my part. Thanks, Luna. Why is Twitch mobile layout like this? That's a good question. Will with the follow. Welcome in. I can't even see your guys' usernames because for whatever reason the goal started successfully. Like, pop-up just doesn't leave, but I just know that people are refollowing, so I know that's Will. Play PVZ or something. There's got to be a way to filter refollows. I would assume there is. It would be kind of stupid if there wasn't. Also, why does my follow go 1,094? I literally pressed 1,100 and it's 1,094. Bro, what the fuck? It's I literally typed in 1,100. I'm looking at 1,100. Okay, it's 1,100 that time. What the fuck?